Today I'm heading to a place I've held pretty close to my chest for around about the last 10 years. I've always wanted to come out here, but I've never really had the ability or the means. But after 2 failed trips where I've gotten absolutely zero gold, I thought, bugger it, this is it. I must say I've never been so excited to go to a place, and it's one of those places where you always read about it, you always see it on maps and you're like, oh, if I can just get in there, I reckon I'd do pretty well. And today's the day I'm going to find out. The country's looking really good for prospecting. Everything looks right. I'm seeing good diorite here. I saw patches of feldspar back there. Yeah, this is a mission. Don't know if you guys can see that, but this is basically where I need to get to today. It's a very long walk. I expect it's going to take at least 2 hours to get in, which is one of the bigger walks I've done. Well guys, we're about an hour and 10 minutes into the trip, and we've got a flat. We think anyway, yeah. So, not too sure what's caused it, but we're going to rip off the tyre just quickly and see if we can't do a quick fix and get on with the road. I believe it's this way, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like a pump to me.
Good mark, good job mate. There we go folks, we have the culprit there. It's just torn where the valve is. It's a brand new tube too, so.
Happy days, tyre fixed.
Looking good now, looking good. The mission continues. We will not go home without gold.
we will not be denied.
Well, this is how smart we are, folks. This is why you never trust a prospector to be a mechanic. That was definitely Mark's fault.
Oh yeah, I just followed your side.
Everything's upside down when it's upside down.
Things were looking pretty bleak at this stage, but little did I know, just around the corner, my luck was about to change big time.
Alright guys, we got our first evidence of other diggings from back in the day. So check this out, this is quite a sizable hole. They would have been getting gold out of that for sure. You see they've sort of stacked up all the material here, so we're going to go over this now and see if we can't pick up some nuggies. Looks like they've dug out a little leader here, which is excellent for us.
So for those new to gold, this is what it would have looked like back in the day. The old timer would have walked up the hill and see a big rocky outcrop of quartz. He would have dug it out, picked the favourite pieces of quartz that looked favourable for gold, and crushed them up in an old dolly pot. Then he would have got what was crushed and panned it out to see if there was any gold in it. Sometimes these can be extremely productive.
It's only small, but I'm standing in it right now, and this is the tailings from it. Alright, let's get straight into it, see if we can't pick something up. It's only a tiny little pit, this one, so... Guys, I'm just under the pit. Around about 10 metres back from where that pit was dug. And I just got a nice little sound, so I thought I'd dig him up. We're quite literally in the absolute middle of nowhere. There we go. I think it's a bit of trash. Bugger. Alright, that might be a sign of what's to come. It's funny, I've just power walked 2 hours directly into the bush and put the detector to the ground and boom. Trash from mankind. Unbelievable. So guys, there's a couple of diggings up on the hill. And as a prospector, that tells me that somewhere along the creek underneath them diggings, here we are, look at that, just found another trench. They've been following this up from the creek. It usually almost always starts from the creek. So I'm actually going to jump in the creek and see if I can't pick something up. Stepped in the creek and found a beautiful nuggie. I just can't believe that. Oh, I knew this place was going to be good. This is going to be a special day, I reckon. This is going to be sweet. There's that first nugget. I've just dropped in the creek. I was in here for 2 seconds and it's actually quite shallow there. Picked him up easy. How's that? This is going to be pretty mad, I think. Still got plenty of creek that way to go and a whole lot of creek. I love these little narrow creeks. They're amazing. All right, folks, and so begins the slow march up the creek. I've got Mark, I've called him in. He's up the other end now. He's working with the Manticore.
I had the feeling straight away that I was going to find a lot of gold today. But it is amazing what one piece of gold can do. For some people, it's like catching a fever, gold fever. Suddenly, even the most decent bloke can start acting different. I've seen it. They'll rush ahead, cut corners, even play tricks just to get a little more. Whilst gold brings out excitement, sure, it also exposes greed. That's why I always try and spend a lot of time around these good blokes. People I can trust.
Guys, have a listen to this one. It's just run off just this nice piece of bedrock, ripping around a corner, inside bend. That's almost textbook. So I'm going to get into that and we'll see if we can pick something up. Get your point of view. Yeah, so this is what the bedrock's looking like. Very solid, which is good. I reckon it's going to be a bit of gold, this one. I see the gold sitting in the ground. Sometimes you can get a bit lucky like that. There's a little bit of crevice in there that I could play with. Where is he? Come on.
It's not the first time a piece of gold has played hide and seek with me.
I reckon it'll be gold, but yeah, it's gold. I think I can see him. I can. Oh, nice. That's beautiful. Here we go, folks. There he is. Got him in the end. There you go, ladies and gents. That's the second one straight out of the crevice, which is right there. Took a bit of work to get him, but I got him in the end. It's probably a 0.4. Not too bad.
The first creek I jumped in was quickly exhausted. I pulled 4 beautiful pieces of gold out of it, and I thought I'd just pop over the hill to try my luck in another creek. And things seriously started to heat up.
All right, I found a beautiful little creek here. Let's see what happens if I swing the coil down here. I even got that one. Let me give you a close-up. There we are.
It was only a matter of time going down such a rich creek that the big daddies were going to start rolling in.
All right, guys, you just witnessed literally where I had my GoPro sitting to record that little segment where I found the tiny one. I thought I'd give it a quick scan. That sounds huge, man. If that's going to be gold, I think we're going to be onto a beautiful piece here. I was just thinking, is it maybe something I just dropped off the GoPro? I don't know. I hope it's a piece of gold. That sounds massive. This is gold. It's going to be good, guys. I can tell you that much. Should be a good piece anyway. Oh, that's sounding pretty nice. Jeez, okay. Please, please be something awesome. Right, it's blanking hard. Come on. Oh, yes! Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, yeah, baby. Now we're talking. Oh, yeah. Right, guys, let's have a look at that. That's right where I had the GoPro. That's a gnarly big piece. I reckon you should probably go 4 grams. There we go, guys. Look at that one. Monster. That's what we want. A good run of these would be ideal. Man, I'm just loving this. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes. Drink of water and we'll continue. Well, guys, that was amazing. I just had a run of about 8 or 9 nuggies there, just one after the other, not a single piece of trash. So it just goes to show that I'm in the right spot. And pretty safe to say these creeks have never been detected. So now the question for me is, where's the mother lode? I want to try and figure out where that is. That creek I was in was quite rich. Not many bombs in it, not many big ones. 1 3 grammer maybe. But we want to find those ounce plus pieces, which I believe are in these creeks. So it's now lunchtime. I'm going to have a muesli bar, a bit of water, and I'm going to get out there with Mark, and we're going to see if we can really get onto some stonkers. Incredible, folks. Just got a 4 grammer there, maybe a 0.3 grammer there. Turn around, only come a few feet. We're on again. This is getting out of control.
It's in these creeks where you're waiting to hit an absolute monster. Just have to keep pushing.
What's out? Cool. That was nice and easy.
I chose this spot in particular because it has a history of large gold nuggets being found here. I know for a fact a 5 kilogram nugget was found just near where I am.
There it is. Oh, how good is this? They just keep coming, guys. They just keep coming. This is a very rich little creek. Come another meter, we got another one. I'm not even going to film this, otherwise I'll run out of battery. Thought I'd get out of the river to see if the banks are holding any gold, and got a sweet little sound there.
It was at this stage I was starting to think this is ridiculous. Everywhere I swung the coil, I was finding gold. I was literally in heaven at this stage. I was just hoping that my mate Mark, who's pretty new to gold prospecting, was doing just as good. But he had disappeared a few kilometres down the creek.
It's a sweet little sound though, it does sound like gold. Got him, okay. Moment of truth. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Ooh, Kinder Surprise. Okay. Oh, we might have gold here, guys. Is that a piece of gold? Yeah, no way. I don't... Oh, yeah. Look at that. I'm going to bust out the other cam. So, yeah, I jumped out of the creek. Just thought, you know what, I'll give it a 10-second hit, see if I can find something. That's him. Little Kinder Surprise. How good is that? This place is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Everywhere I swing the detector, I seem to be hitting a bit of gold. Let's see if we can't get a big one now, eh?
She's a dry old place, North Queensland. You can get pretty unstuck out here pretty quick. But I decided to walk around on the hilltops and just see what the hills had to offer. I was looking for the big mother lode. And before you know it, 2 or 3 kilometres had passed and I was practically in the middle of nowhere again. And the first creek I jumped back into, we're on again.
I go check the neighbouring creek to see, you know, if it's sort of presenting with gold the same way that creek that I was just in was. And I've only walked, I'm not joking, 3 metres. And I've got a nice sound, listen to this. So I'm gonna just straight up say if this is another gold rich creek, then I'm gonna assume that every creek around these mountains has gold in it. Because it's just, I think there might be enough gold here to literally last me a lifetime. Let's dig them up, guys. Let's see what's happening here. got like this mud clay and it's packed with gravels. And to the Prospector, this is just beautiful. Come on. Come on. All right, here we go. Come on. Be gold. Come on, baby. Where are you? Is that a piece of gold? No. Can't see any gold. Is that a piece of gold? Oh, it's gold. You beautiful thing. Unreal. I don't believe it. It's a piece of gold. Here we are. Lovely. All right, folks. A little bit up on the high bank now. And I've got a beautiful sound coming in. Let's see what that sounds like. Sounds pretty good. Oh, I'm liking that. Loves it. Ooh. That's interesting. These can be tricky to find, these ones. Let's see what I can do. You know, when you're having to bust up the rocks to get the target out, it's probably going to be gold.
One of the best things you can find when prospecting is bedrock on a high bench. It almost always has a nice piece of gold in it.
Expect the gold to be around here somewhere.
And when filming some of these videos, it might look like I pull a target out within 2 or 3 minutes, but the reality is some of these targets can take up to an hour. This one certainly wasn't playing ball.
All right. What do we got there? Are we in luck? Oh, yes. That's a beautiful piece, mate. Wow. That's a beautiful piece of gold. Look at that. There you go, guys. That's him right there. Lovely piece of gold. Not a bad size too. It's pretty nice, eh? And look how high up on the bank he was. I'll get you back. So he's just ripping around that nice high inside bend there. So make sure you got to do them if you're a detectorist for sure. All right, guys, I am in a bit of a spot at the moment. I sort of got a bit too excited with my detecting and I looked up and I'm 3 k's away from where I'm supposed to be, as you do. And now, well, this is how much water I got left. A little dribble. That's it. It's a 6.8 k's back to the car, 3 k's to Mark. Mark's got a bit of water on him, so I'm not going to leave it any longer, but if I get stuck out here without water, gonna. But at least the person who finds me will have a good day. I got about an ounce of gold in my pocket. You'll probably just take that and keep walking. Never trust a prospector. The bush is ugly. This bush is anyway. A metre waist height, full of snakes. No water anywhere. I believe there's another little creek system along here somewhere.
I broke a bit of a cardinal rule here. I should have kept walking back to Mark to get some water, but this creek just looked too good to pass up.
But anyway, this next creek over here, I think it is, could be pretty good. Come on, be a little bit of gold. All right, it's in here. It is gold. You beauty. Wow, cool. It's not big. Oh, no way. Is that actually it? Guys, I think that's the smallest piece ever. Barely even counts. It's not a monster. Look at that. Are you joking me?
Not quite the retirement nugget that I've been looking for, but I'll take it all the same. This piece of gold that I found on top of the mountain just confirmed my suspicions. Gold is in every creek. What a place.
Still going. You know, walking back, I just still to this day, I'm just so amazed at how the old timers were able to just do this. All day, every day. All they had was a horse, and everything had to fit on the horse, and if it didn't go. You know, not to mention everything back then weighed a ton. You know, everything we have these days is so light. Anyway, gotta take your hats off to the old fellas, eh?